Hi YouTube, Tim Unkert here. In this video, we're going to look at adding polynomials. This is kind of a basic intro, and it's a prerequisite in my mind for the more complex Algebra 2 materials. So I'm going to start here for my Algebra 2 uh, tutorial playlist. Okay, so let's take a look at the problems we have here. So in problem 1, we are adding polynomials which are both binomials. So we have negative 9x plus negative 4y, and we're adding that to 10x plus 10y. Okay. And what we need to do here is we're going to combine like terms. So what we can do is we can combine terms that have the same x value. So for instance, or that have the variable x, those are going to be like each other. And then the ones that have the variable y are going to be like each other, not the same x value. I misspoke. But so for instance, in this first one, the term negative 9x is like the term 10x. So we can add those two together. Likewise, the term negative 4y is like the term 10y. Okay, so we're going to combine those together. So let's start with 10x here plus negative 9y. Okay, you'll notice that the coefficients, that's the number in front of the variable, negative 9x. I have to wake up this morning apparently. Let me rewrite that. You'll notice that the coefficient in front of the variable, that's the number being multiplied by the variable. So we have 10 and negative 9. These coefficients are of opposite signs. So when we add two numbers with opposite signs, we're going to take the number that's further away from 0 on the number line, and we're going to subtract the number that's closer to 0 on the number line. And we're going to take the sign of the number that's further away from 0 on the number line. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do 10, because that's further away from 0, minus 9. I'm going to get 1, and I'm going to keep the sign positive because we have a positive 10x. So the number that's further away from 0 is positive. If it was negative 10x and positive 9, I would make this a negative 1 here. But if we add these two together, we get 1x. And in algebra, it's understood that you don't have to write the 1 in front of the x. If you just write x, that means 1x. So I'm just going to write x. So 10x plus negative 9x is x. Okay. Let's do a different color for the y's. So in this case, we have negative 4y plus 10y. Okay, and again, we're adding two numbers that have different signs. So we're going to take the number further away from 0 on the number line, that's 10. We're going to subtract the number that's closer on the number line, which is 4. We're going to get 6, and we're going to keep it as positive 6 because the 10 here, the one that's further away from 0 on the number line, is positive. All right, so we get 6y. So how are we going to write our solution to this one? We're going to write it as x plus 6y. Okay, I'm going to take a little sip of this coffee so I'm not making weird mistakes, hopefully. And let's look at problem number 2. Okay, problem number 2. So we've got 4x plus 10y plus negative 3z. We're going to add that with 3x plus 2y plus negative 6z. So what are like each other? Well, 4x and 10 and 3x are like each other, so we're going to add those. So 4x plus 3x. And that's going to equal, we're just adding 4 plus 3, so 7x. And when I get like more than just binomials, I'm adding them, I like to kind of cross these off so I know I've taken care of them when I'm coming up with my solution. Okay, let's move on to the y's. I'll do that in blue. So we've got 10y plus 2y. That's going to equal 12y. Now cross off the y's. And then we've got a negative 3z plus negative 6z. I like to put a little thing in between my z's here. Okay, so that's two negative numbers we're adding. So we're adding two negative numbers. Just add the numbers and keep it negative. So that's going to be negative 9z. Okay, so I'm going to write my answer as 7x plus 12y minus 9z. Okay, did you get those? If you did, pat yourself on the back. If not, when I move to problem 3 and 4, maybe pause the video, try those two, and then see if you can get the same solution that I got. Okay, I am going to clear the stuff out, and let's move it up. All right, so we got problem 3 and problem 4. Problem 3, we are adding 3x plus negative 4y. We're going to add that to 4x plus 3y. All right, so let's start off. We'll add 4x. Actually, still, the coffee has not kicked in. We will add, 3x up here. I mean, we're adding 4x, and the order of addition doesn't really matter, but I just want to be consistent here. 3x plus 4x. And that's going to be 7x. We'll cross those off. And then we're going to add negative 4y to 3y. Now in this case, we're adding coefficients with different signs. Negative 4 is further away from 0 on the number line. So we're actually going to subtract 3 from 4. So we're going to do 4 minus 3. It's going to give us 1. But the number that is further away from 0 is negative. So we're going to make this a negative 1y, which we can just write as negative y. Right? The 1 is understood. Okay, so our solution to this one is going to be 7x minus y. We can just cross off everything that we used. We know if we crossed everything off that we've done the problem. Okay, last one, problem 4. We've got 3x plus negative 4y plus 10z. We're going to add to that 6x plus negative 11y plus 9z. So let's add our x values first. So we're going to do 3x plus 6x. Well, 3 plus 6 is 9, so that gives us 9x. We'll cross those off just to keep ourselves organized as we move through this problem. Next, we're going to do negative 4y. And we're going to add that to negative 11y. And that's going to be negative 15y. Okay, we'll cross those off as we go. And then we're going to finally do the z. So we'll do 10z plus 9z and that's going to equal 19z. All right, so our solution we'll write as 9x minus 15y plus 19z. And that's all there is to it. Hopefully you found this video helpful. If you did, please like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Also, if you'd like to support the channel, I'll leave some links to my Teacher Pay Teacher stuff in the description, as well as a link to my website for this channel. Hope to see you in the next one.